This example will actually show you how to use a free website to determine the measures of center, the measures of variation, and the measures of position. If you plan to use this website, you may want to bookmark it on your personal device so that you won't have to come back to this PowerPoint and video each time you want to use it. So if you'll click on this particular link, it will take you out to this website. Here's what it would look like on your screen. And I'm going to walk you through how to use this. It's almost simpler or easier to use than the calculator. And you can make a decision about whether you want to use the calculator or this free website. We're going to actually use the same example that we've been thinking about throughout Module 2. And the question is, what is the average age in years of students taking classes on the GHC Cartersville campus in spring 2018? And again, you have the data set of the 50 students that we surveyed. We do know that the minimum value is 17 and the maximum is 54. We've already organized our data into a grouped frequency distribution, and this is just a picture of that to kind of remind you of what it looked like. We also looked at the histogram, and we visually said the histogram appeared to be skewed to the right. We also said we could estimate that the average age is somewhere between 16 and 28. But we still haven't really been able to answer the question, what is the average age? In order to answer that question, we need to calculate the descriptive statistics. And here again, guys, nobody hand calculates the descriptive statistics anymore. There are free websites, such as the one we're using. You have your calculator. Microsoft Excel will do some of it. And there are lots of different software packages to do statistical calculations. So let's take a look at how to do it using the free website. Again, you want to go out to the website, and here's a screenshot of what that looks like. And basically the first thing you have to do is enter the data. And so you click inside this box and you enter the data, and you want to put a space. So you enter 54 space 22 space 20 space, and you continue that process until you've entered all 50 numbers into that white boxed area. Once you have those data values entered, you're going to use one click, and that one click will give you all of the following descriptive statistics. One of the nice things about the website is it actually gives you some of the things the calculator doesn't. It will give you the mode. It will give you the sample variance. It will give you the interquartile range so that you don't have to actually calculate those by hand. It does give you the minimum, the maximum, the range, the count, which is actually what we refer to as the sample size. The mean, the median, the mode, the standard deviation of the sample, the variance of the sample, quartiles, and interquartile range. And there's a few things that you're given that you can ignore simply because they're a little bit more advanced and we're not going to cover those particular things. So once you've entered the data, underneath the box where you enter the data, there are two buttons. You have clear on the left and calculate. We're going to click calculate because that's what we want it to do. And when you click on calculate, the results are going to appear below the box where you entered the data in the answer box. Okay, and then you can simply record all of those responses. Okay, so you want to record your results, write them all down just like we've done before. And again, at this point, now we can actually answer the research question, verify the type distribution that we have, and so forth. So the original research question was, what is the average age in years of students taking classes on the GHC Cartersville campus in spring 2018? For the sample of 50 randomly selected students, the sample mean is approximately 23 years of age. Therefore, we can infer that the average age of students taking classes on the GHC Cartersville campus in spring 2018 is 23 years. Again, we can verify that the distribution appeared to be skewed to the right if we compare the mean, which is 23, the median, which is 19, and the mode, which is 19. We can see that the mode is less than or equal to the median, which is less than the mean. So we can verify and know without a doubt that the distribution is skewed right. If you need to go back, that information is in Module 2, Lesson 2. Again, we can also determine whether or not the data set has any outliers, primarily using the formula to make a decision. Q1 is 19, Q3 is 24, and the IQR is 5. So if we do the calculations, 19 minus 1.5 times 5, which would be 19 minus 7.5, which is 12.5. There are no ages lower than 12.5. The lowest age was 17. Then on the high end, we do Q3, which was 24, plus 1.5 times 5, which gives us 31.5. So any student who's older than 31.5 years is actually considered an outlier. And in this data set, there are actually 5 students. You have students who were 32, 34, 44, 49, and 54.